500 calories a day. And if you're exercising quite a bit, then you could have a few more calories, obviously. If you want to maintain your weight, 1,500 to 2,000 calories. The Nutritional Guidelines Australia, they say 2,175 calories. I think a little bit less, but you can sort that out for yourself. And then if you want to gain weight, if you're lucky enough that you need to gain weight, you can have 3,000 or have 7,000 calories. Lucky person. But if you want to lose weight, you need to be having 1,000 to 1,500 calories a day. And this is what, as I said, 2,175 is what the Nutritional Council suggests. Alright, so let's just have a little quick look here. Subway versus a Big Mac. So just looking at the calories there. And these would fill you up pretty much the same. And this is a sweet onion teriyaki. So I'm not saying have one with no dressing and a real bland veggie delight, which my mum likes. I'm having something that you kind of like. And that's 370 calories. And then compare that to a Big Mac, which is 590 calories. Now if you're trying to lose weight, so you want to have 1,000 calories a day, that one Big Mac has already taken over half your calories you're meant to eat that day. And that's just one burger. And who goes and buys one burger? You have chips and you have fries. So that would be a bad decision to make. But the Subway burger is a lot less calories. And if you're having to consume 1,000, you could have 300 for breakfast, 300 for lunch, 300 for dinner, and then you've got a little bit of space there to play with for snacks. So you want to try, if you're losing weight, try and make sure every meal is about 300, 350 calories. The images are there just to shock you. Usual implants. Alright, so let's look at a general menu, just something that the average person would probably eat in a day. Now I did this, I plugged this in at calorieking.com.au, and I want everyone to go onto this website. And what you can do is for free, you just fill in all the foods you're eating, and it's got all the brands in Australia, so you can plug in, like I did there, Kellogg's, and you just type it in and it automatically adds up your calories. So you can add up a whole day. And like I said, this is not something I'm saying do for the rest of your life. Do it for a week or two and you'll start to realise, oh my god, every time I have a coffee, I'm adding 200 calories, stuff in coffee. So this website is amazing, so definitely go to it. Anyway, back to this menu. So the average breakfast, a glass of fruit juice. You've got 2.5 servings of Kellogg's Special K. And I said 2.5 servings because everyone pretty much has 2 to 2.5 servings. And then a coffee, a cappuccino. So that's already 540 calories just for breakfast. So if there's girls wanting to lose weight, fellow guys wanting to lose weight, they're already over halfway mark there. Then for lunch they've got a bread rooster roll and a Coke. And that was 842 calories just in that Coke and roll. So now this person's, at that point they've reached the amount of calories, that they're going to start to put on weight, given that they're not doing exercise. Dinner, then they're going to have, that's a pretty good choice there, pasta marinara, it's got lots of protein in it with the seafood. So that's not a bad choice. And then an ice cream, I put a choc top, because we all know what a choc top is. And that's 737 calories there for dinner. And then throughout the day, they had 4 squares of chocolate. So that's just an average diet. And that came to 2,393 calories. So at that rate, they're going to be putting on weight. And that seems like, a pretty standard sort of daily eating plan. But just think, imagine if you just took out that one bottle of Coke, what a difference it would make. That one glass of juice, that would make a huge difference. If you took out just those 2 drinks, which you probably just guzzled down because you were thirsty, you didn't really actually enjoy the Coke, you would have had, how much? 358 calories there that you could have had, that just went on sculling of drink. So just let this kind of open your eyes up to how things add up so quickly. Alright, so this, cute. Alright, so this is an eating plan which I would recommend that is going to help you, it will make you lose weight, and it's not depriving you of anything, and it's actually got a lot more variety and a lot more food in it than what we saw in the other one. So we're going to start with 1 serving of just right. And you want to be strict with yourself. You might actually have to get a measuring cup and pour that in rather than just tipping the whole thing in. Then we have milk in that and a piece of an orange. Not fruit juice. Fruit juice is the worst. It's just sugar, absolute sugar. So try and have the real fruit itself, or if you've got the time, squeeze the juice straight away so you actually get the goodness from it. Lunch, you've got 2 slices of bread, you've got some butter on it, you've got diced chicken breast, and I've even added a salad from Subway, so a side salad. So you've got a sandwich there and a salad. Now, if you hate wholemeal bread, well, I do suggest going and looking around at different breads because they all taste very different. But let's say, no, I'm not doing wholemeal bread. You know, maybe substitute, okay, I won't have butter and instead I'll have white bread. Or I won't have butter and instead I'll have pita or something like that. So you can exchange. Dinner, a big steak. I'm not saying have a tiny steak, have a decent steak. And then half a cup of broccoli, half a cup of carrot, and half a cup of potato mash with milk and butter. So it's a decent, good dinner. In between that, because you want to be having snacks in between your breakfast and lunch and your lunch and dinner, I've said a tablespoon of peanut butter. And the reason I say that, and we'll talk about low GI later, but that's going to really fill you up. And I love peanut butter. So just a tablespoon, I love it. And it will keep you full, all right? Because if I have Freddo Frog, nah. If I had a Freddo Frog, you'd want 6 other ones. So you want to pick snacks that aren't going to, make you want more. And then, great idea for dinner. I like to finish my dinner with something sweet. Alright, so jelly is a great idea. Now normal jelly is like 70 calories, but the light jelly, which tastes just as good, is only 9 calories, which is ridiculous. It's so little. So, Midland Shopping Centre is going to have no light jelly tomorrow. Yeah, but try jelly. So you get that little sweet thing in your teeth, in your mouth, without overloading the calories. Okay, so that's an example. You shouldn't feel deprived with that. And like I said, you just switch things around. Alright, so that's understanding calories. The next thing I want you to understand is the glycemic index. So if you've ever heard of low GI foods, high GI foods, what that basically means is how quick, when you eat the food, how quick does it get into your system? And I think my fancy thing says the effect on the blood glucose levels. So sometimes, say for example when you eat watermelon, if you eat it and straight away it goes to your system, you get the burst of energy immediately, bang, it's gone, you're hungry, you're going back to the fridge. There's some things that are really low GI and they'll keep you full for longer. So that's why you want to pick those things. You want to pick things that are going to keep you full all day long. Alright, so some examples. Low GI, peas, grain bread, pasta, light yogurt, lentils, peanuts. Now there is a whole list, so I suggest when you go home to print out the glycemic index so you know. Because some things will surprise you. It's not as simple as being like veggies, fruit, brown stuff, and really gross stuff is low GI, and high GI is all the stuff that I like when it's yum. It's not like that at all. It's really weird. You'll be surprised at some of the things that are low GI and some of the things that are high GI. But this is not a seminar on GI, so do go home and have a look. And you want to be making choices that are low GI, so they keep you full. Especially those snacks. The snacks are killer. And what I mean by that is if you have a snack that's going to make you more hungry, it can ruin your whole day. Because if you just grab a little bit of chocolate in that snack, even if you've had a good breakfast, generally then you're going to crave a bit more sugar for lunch, and then the whole day goes downhill. So try and make sure your snacks in particular are low GI. Nutrients. Now, nutrients I could talk about for hours and hours and hours. There's so many different nutrients out there and understanding the benefits and where to get them from. But this is just a general overview. So I want to give you just some ideas of different vitamins and minerals that you should get into your body. But I suggest that you do go see a naturopath, a nutritionist, a doctor, or what I would really suggest is a pharmacist. So don't ever underestimate your pharmacist. They're just as smart as a doctor. So go see them and say, oh, I'm sluggish. That'd be really funny. I'm sluggish. And what should I do? Or I'm picking up so many colds, what should I do? I want to boost my immune system, I want more energy. Just speak to them and they'll give you something. And then, because you also want to make sure that you're not, one thing's depleting another thing. So for example, if you have, I think it's too much zinc, it depletes your copper in your body. So you don't want to stuff up. So don't just go to Coles and grab, Centrum and everything. Like I need zinc, blah, blah, blah. because you might be doing the wrong thing. So just quickly ask a pharmacist, you know, this is my issue, and is this fine to get? So do speak to them. Okay, so protein though. Food time protein are things like meat, fish, poultry, milk, eggs, and they're great because they keep you full for a long